What's up, guys? Cory Oldham here with Marketing Secrets for Entrepreneurs, and today we're going to talk about how to craft your sales message. Now, a lot of people, when they are trying to sell their product or service, basically go into their product or service and talk about feature, hey, come buy my thing. And when we do it in that way, we really kill the conversion. We really kill the sale. We stall the sale, and that person that's potentially going to buy, the walls go up, and the sale really falls flat on its face. So let's talk about how to craft a sales message, what we can say, whether it's face-to-face, one-to-many, so maybe a group, maybe you're speaking on stage, or maybe you're even doing this online through an online sales funnel. What can you say, or what can they read on your online sales funnel that's going to cause cash? What can you do to get them to whip out their wallet and spend money with you? So that's really what we're going to go through and take a deep dive in today's video. So to understand a sales message, first of all, we've got to understand markets. And if you've read the book, Expert Secrets right there, if you haven't read that book, by the way, you need to get a copy. I'll go ahead and leave a link below so you can get that book. It's incredible. But Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels talks about the three markets. And there's basically three markets that almost any business will fall into. So here they are. And so the categories are health, wealth, or relationship. So almost any product or service is going to fall in some way, somehow, into health, wealth, or relationship. Now, if the product itself does not fall within these three markets, the sales message has to. And I'm going to show you how to craft that and use the frameworks that I use personally to be able to craft your own sales message. But let's talk about the market. What is a market? So each of these markets, so we have three markets here, each of these is purely a collection, a neighborhood of people. And that neighborhood of people, it's a group of like-minded individuals. That's it. So think of these as kind of like a congregation, a community, a neighborhood, whatever word you want to use. If you think about a congregation, maybe even a church, who goes to church A? A group of like-minded individuals, right? They congregate there, they gather there. So it's a group of like-minded individuals. Can you do this geographically? Of course, just like the church analogy, for example. Can you do this virtually? Of course. So who shows up to Facebook group XYZ? It's a group of like-minded individuals. So if it's a whole bunch of dog lovers, they're going to join groups that are about what? Dogs, right? So it's a group of like-minded individuals. Now, when we think of these markets, these are big, huge, competitive markets. I mean, think about just health. How many things are there out there that promote, hey, get healthy using XYZ? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. So that means this is a very competitive market, right? I mean, how many supplement companies are there out there? They're like a bazillion. So Russell talks about these three markets and the fact that they are all heavily competitive. That's actually a good thing. That works in your favor, especially when it comes to crafting a sales message, which we're going to get to. These are highly competitive. And he even goes through the idea of, there's a book out there, Blue Ocean Strategy. And the Blue Ocean Strategy is the idea of coming up with something totally unique, totally different, so that you don't have to compete with others, right? And if you have to compete with others, it's generally the idea of, well, we've got to compete on price. And at that point, it's the person that's willing to cut their margins the most to win the sale. And I don't want to do that, and I don't want you to do that. So I don't want to necessarily just focus on the price, but I don't necessarily even want to just completely create something totally different. So it's going to be a little bit of both. So they're going to marry each other really nicely. So I'm going to draw that out for you here in just a second. So think about when you have these three markets, there's two types of people in here, okay? For any of these, there's going to be a buyer. If you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, that's probably who you're focused on. Hey, I want to focus on the buyer. There's also a seller. And the idea with the red ocean, blue ocean strategy, so the book talks about, the blue ocean strategy talks about creating something totally unique. Well, let's talk about what a red ocean is at this point. So a red ocean, if you have buyers and sellers that are in this market, How many buyers are in this market trying to acquire health? Well, there's a lot. How many sellers are in this market trying to sell health? There's a lot. And so the analogy goes like this. If you just had a big ocean and there's a whole bunch of competition, so a whole bunch of people that are fishing in that ocean and a whole bunch of fish, right? And the fish are fighting over the bait, so they're finning each other, whatever, and it becomes a sea of a bloody red ocean market. So there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of battle, there's battle over the food, and even the fishermen, there's a battle between catching the fish. That is a red ocean market. And I actually like red ocean. I want it to be bloody, 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 bloody red ocean. That's where I want to be able to go get my person and say, gosh, there's a whole bunch of competition, just becomes noise. There's a way to talk to them, sales message. It becomes very appealing to a very specific person in this market, okay? So Russell even talks about in his book, he says, well, these are the three markets. What you need to do is come down here and make a sub-market. And that sub-market is niched down from health. And if we're going to give a couple of examples, let's do this. For health, how many ways can somebody acquire health? What can they do? We said nutrition, exercise, the gym, whatever. This is exercise at home, maybe. At home, gym. I mean, the list goes on different ways you can acquire health. Nutrition, maybe we said even supplements. So that was healthy food, organic food, and this is supplements. Well, if you niche down to supplements, how many supplement companies? Just like we said, there's a ton of them. So even in the sub-market, these are still bloody red ocean, okay? So how in the world can you go from this red ocean and create your blue? What are you going to do? Well, you want to be able to craft that sales message, but I want to go to somebody that's in here. So there's a little bit of psychology involved. They're already in this sub-market, bloody red ocean sub-market, trying to get the thing that I can give them. Okay, and there's even some personality types within this bloody red ocean. Now we're just focused on the buyer. Okay, at this point we're just focused on the buyer. There's some personality types of the buyer. There's some psychology types of the buyer that are currently buying these supplements. Okay, and there's 3 of them. And we're going to focus on number 3 first. And using this formula is exactly how you can create a sales message for any industry, any business. It's insanely good. And even the coaches at ClickFunnels will even teach these types of formulas, which is great. So if we were in health, you're selling supplements, you niche down to supplements, but my supplement is the best, and you're just trying to tout your supplement and talking, using all the technobabble and just trying to info vomit. That's the typical scenario for really any business. That's what we've done in the past. It doesn't work. Info vomit never works. Well, if I just tell them more stuff. No, you've got to say something very specific, and it can be just a one-liner, which equals your sales message. This right here is how to craft it. So you're in your sub-market, supplements. So there's a person, if we're focused on the buyer, there's a person in here that, so this number 3, he is a diehard. He's taken the protein drink and he freaking loves it. Oh my gosh, I'm drinking this protein drink and this is the best one I've ever had. I've tried tons in the past and I'm set on this one and knows all the technical components of it. He's a diehard. Now, how much convincing am I going to have to do to get this person over into my blue ocean? Too much, right? Too much. I don't want to do that. I don't even want to talk to that person. It's way too much convincing. So I don't want to go after the diehard. I may not even really go after this one. This person is in this submarket, this bloody red ocean submarket, and they've had success. Hey, I've tried several protein drinks in the past. This one right here is good enough. I like it. I'm open to hearing about other things, but I like this one. I don't have enough reason to question it at this point. So this person is the person that asks you a whole bunch of questions, by the way. So they've had success. They're open to hearing about your protein shake, but they're not having enough pain with the current situation that they're in. Now, this is the person that I want to go after. This is number one, this personality. So this guy hates it. He's currently here. He has a belief system. Hey, taking protein is healthy, and that's exactly what I want to do. I've tried several protein drinks in the past. They're all grainy. They taste like crap. My body doesn't set well with it. It upsets my stomach. I hate it, but I'm going to take it because I have a belief system that this is actually good for me. So which one do you think that I'm going to go after? Well, if I'm over here, there's actually, I'm a type 3 for my own ocean. I'm going to go after this person. Hey, sick of that protein drink, that whey protein drink, that milk protein drink that you're tasting that's all grainy and you hate it and it upsets your stomach? Yeah. Hey, you don't have to do that. There's actually a different way to get your protein through a protein shake. Really? I don't have to drink this junk anymore? Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore. Follow me. Boom. That's it. That's all I had to do. That became my sales message. My sales message, I'm just talking to a small sliver of this community. I just want to talk to them. And you say, hey, I want to take over the world. That's great. I like that. We've got to start somewhere. Go after the person that hates the current vehicle, tool, product, service that they're using to get what they desire. They desire health, and they're using supplements, protein drink, but they don't like it. They have pain with it. It tastes like crap. It upsets their stomach, whatever that pain point is, and talk about that pain point to them. You can't just start pitching your product. You've got to join what they'll say, join the conversation in their head. Hey, what are they currently thinking? What is their psychology? What is their belief system right now? And if I just talk to that person and those pain points and say, hey, you don't have to do that. There's another way. Come with me. What are they going to do? Oh, that sounds amazing. They're going to jump into your blue ocean. That's awesome. All I got to do is say, there's another way. There's another way. The success, they're going to have questions. And die hard, we don't even have to go after these, because if enough of the people that hate that current vehicle, tool, if enough of these come over, then the successful people, hey, yeah, I'm open to hearing about it. I've had success with this one, but I'm open to hearing about it. Then these people come. Now 2 out of 3 are actually over here in the blue ocean. So that overwhelming social proof will tell the diehard over here, hey, the vehicle that you're using, that protein shake you're currently using, is no longer adequate to get what you desire, get you what you want, right? So they were in health. They came down to supplement. There's 3 personality types. I want to talk to the number 1. And how do you craft it? All I got to do is talk to the person that hates this scenario. That's it. That's how you craft a sales message. And here's the thing. A sales message is what causes the sale. That just fulfilled the promise of, hey, I don't have to drink the crap. I'll now drink this. So it's very different. The sales message is actually what causes people to buy. Commercial, you don't see the commercial, oh, we use this grade of plastic and we shave down these blades at this angle using this type of steel. No, that's not going to get anybody to buy. Nobody cares. So what is a commercial? It's not about the product itself at all. It's about a sales message. And here's the sales message. So the guy's standing in front of the mirror. He's taking the shower. He's wiped that little circle so we can see his face. He's shaving his face. Girl comes in, starts groping him. What's the sales message? Shave the face, get the girl. That's it. That's it. Shave the face, get the girl. So the sales message, oh, I'm going to get the girl. I want the girl. Therefore, that Bic razor is going to get me what I desire. I desire the girl. I'm going to shave my face to get the girl. Done. That's a sales message. And they did really, really well with that. So these markets, yeah, your product may fit in these. Your sales message must. It must. So Bic razor, which one did it really fall in? I mean, if we're talking about the Bic razor itself, which of the 3 markets you say, I don't know, it's not, that Bic razor is not going to make me any money. I guess health. It's not going to open, the tool itself is not going to open up communication with my wife. So I guess health, personal hygiene, but the sales message, which one did it fall in? It didn't fall in health or even wealth. It was relationships. And most businesses are their sales message is going to be relationships. If I talked about it, just a product itself, just a product, if I said, hey, a brick, the product itself, which of the three markets is it going to fall in? I don't know. Wealth for the company selling it, but for me, none of them. But the sales message, hey, this brick is a building block to your new home. That's a sales message. Relationship. Most are relationships. So these markets, congregations of people to review, and in these congregations, you're going to have buyers and sellers, and this is going to be highly competitive. It is a red ocean. It's a bloody red ocean market. And if you niche down even to a sub-market, you've got bloody red ocean sub-markets. So come down to the sub-market, whatever the three markets you're in, come down to a sub-market and then find that personality type that hates the current situation that they're in. They're still there because they believe that, hey, yeah, taking protein is good for me. I just hate this stuff. It tastes like crap. Talk to that person, the number one personality, easiest person to talk to. And the gap, if we're going to talk about a gap for any of these, it's going to have the shortest gap, the shortest bridge of convincing communication. I'm going to have to do the least amount of talking for this person. I'm going to have to do a little bit more for this one. This one's just overwhelming, and I don't want to do that. I want to talk to this person. This is the easiest sale. So this is getting into the psychology of the buyer. I want to get to this person. By the way, those three markets are also desires. So which desire are you sharing? And if you understand that with ultimate clarity, it's certainly going to help with your sales message. Hopefully you got something out of this video. If you did, go ahead and comment below. Let me know. Go ahead and turn on notifications and subscribe to the channel. If you turn on notifications, you'll know when we post more videos like this that we'll be posting in the future. We'll see you next time.